Sacral Lviv, we have over 115 active churches of different denomination. 80% of them are Greek Catholic. This is the Byzantine Rite Church, which recognizes Pope of Rome. Besides that, we have Roman Catholic, then we have Orthodox, different types of them. We have Armenian Apostolic Church. We used to have the German community, so there was a German church as well. Besides that, we have the active synagogue, and we even used to have a mosque in the city. And behind me, there is a complex of the former Jesuit church. If you remember, the founder of the Jesuit order was Ignacio Loyola from Spain. So the building of the Jesuit church of St. Peter and Paul, and the building of the monastery or Jesuit Collegium. The Jesuits founded the first university in Lviv in 1661. Here is my alma mater, where I studied English. And St. Peter and Paul Church of the Greek Catholics is a fantastic building. It was built as a copy of Italian church Il Gesù. So this is our Renaissance in Lviv. It is also amazing, as well as from outside, also from the inside. Amazing interior and also undergrounds. Normally we also visit the undergrounds of this beautiful church. Ladies and gentlemen, Lviv is the most sacred city in Ukraine, and this gentleman is Father Taras, who is in charge of this big Greek Catholic Church of St. Peter and Paul. As he says, this is the first example of Baroque in Eastern Europe.
Yes.
Father Taras, could you say us a few words how people survive this coronavirus? Do people really believe in God and they come to pray? Because when I was on Sunday in the Mass, there were no icons, no crosses, and well, but people were getting communion. So how do people in Lviv survive this virus and panic with God?
First of all, best wishes for all, and maybe in Ukraine, okay?
Okay, I will translate. Yeah, I will.
Та перш за все хочу сказати, що місто Львів є дуже давнім містом і дуже багато сакральних споруд вони мають, скажімо, наш храм скоро буде мати 400 років. І хочу сказати, що у мене є дуже багато друзів-американців, які сюди приїжджають. Навіть сьогодні є мій друг тут, цей тиждень так йому попало, що саме в час карантину, але тим не менше, він каже, що захоплений тим, бо його місто, звідки він є, має всього 100 з лишнім років, а тут храмові 400 років. Тому ми запрошуємо усіх, хто любить історію, хто любить відчувати дух і шарм століть. Ось ви тут зможете насолодитися тим вповні, так що приїжджайте.
Now briefly in English, Lviv is the old and sacred city. It is from the middle of the 13th century and it has a lot of churches. This is a beautiful from the perspective of sacred history and treasure. And these days, a friend of Father Taras, who is American citizen, came to Lviv, and he's staying this week in Lviv, and he's just amazed and by the number of the churches that we have here and the beauty of the city. And this church is over 400 years old, and his friend, American friend, is from the city Oklahoma, which is 100 years old, and he's just enchanted by Lviv. And Father Taras invites everybody to Lviv. Welcome to Lviv and enjoy Lviv, and he wishes everyone good health and God bless all of you.
Yes.
Oh my God, really, congratulations. So you will be wedded in the Greek Catholic style, right?
Indeed.
My congratulations. Beautiful lady, beautiful church in the beautiful city. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Stay healthy and positive.
I shall. I'm stranded here until flights resume. I can't think of a better place to be stranded.
Wonderful. The interior of St. Peter and Paul Church, we call it Garrison Church because it's the church of the military, is being under reconstruction. A couple of years ago, city mayor Andriy Sadovi gave it over to the Greek Catholics. And all this process takes quite some time because it needs a lot of investments. This church has a very strong spirit, And this church also has the photographs of the people who gave their life for Ukraine. The whole left nave is dedicated to Maidan heroes and to the soldiers who were defending Ukraine in Luhansk and Donetsk. Now we'll pass by those portraits of our heroes. This is the unique birch cross which was brought from Luhansk region. All these weapons are Russian weapons that were shooting into our soldiers, and everything around this cross was burned, devastated and destroyed, and only this cross survived. The Ukrainian Greek Catholic priests, they are called capellans, they come to the war place and they support the spirits of our soldiers. Here are the white birds which were made by children who believed that this war that was started in 2014 will be over soon. These are portraits of beautiful children whose eyes are very sad because they lost their fathers and they still believe that their fathers are in heaven and they will come back one day. This exhibition is translated into English and it traveled to many countries in Europe and the world to show how big the tragedy of Ukraine today is. The heroes of Heavenly Hundred, we call them, and we had our Revolution of Dignity at the end of 2013, early 2014. All these people, more than 100 people, gave their life for the Ukrainian democratic values, for freedom of word. There are different altars, and this one is dedicated to Francisc Xavieri, one of the Jesuits, Spanish Jesuits. And in the altar we have statues of four famous Jesuits: Ignacio Loyola, Francisc Xavieri, Alois Gonzaga, and Stanislav Kostka. And these photographs are of the soldiers from Lviv and the region who perished in Luhansk and Donetsk and whose bodies were brought to this Garrison church for the last service. Most of them were buried in our famous Lchakiv cemetery, a historical cemetery from 1786 which has a separate field for our Ukrainian heroes and warriors. Among those photos there's a photo of my classmate Yuri Kruglikov. With this man I studied together at the same class.